Let me just get into that baritone right there. All right, hey, what's up, guys? Prestige here, and today we're going to be doing an interview with. Can I throw you for a loop on some of these things? Maybe I like to talk like Russian. Can I do that during this interview?
Dude, I did saw I didn't saw, but when I was scrolling through your videos, I saw the FPS Russia thing and kind of like, should I watch it or should I not? I guess you can, depending on how the conversation flows, if it goes into a more funny tone or just a more serious tone, I guess. I'll probably just laugh it off and then kind of like, okay, Ryan, let's get back to this, okay, please.
Hello, my friends. This is FPS Russia. Today we'll be doing this is sort of an interview about my YouTube channel, and today we're gonna be shooting a gun. I don't know what gun we're going to be shooting, but I assure you it's shooting bullets. Yes.
Oh my fucking god! Oh, you could do like normal difficulty on YouTube and then just go troll people on. I don't know, just kind of like make a separate Xbox Live account or PSN, and then just go fuck the troll out of people, because
yeah, I was thinking about doing that.
No, I was seeing this hilarious video by this guy. He flipped the shit out of everybody by him just doing. And people are like, shut the fuck up. You just seem like you're swallowing on a dick. You shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
No, but that was not the most hilarious part. At least in this, in that collection of clips, there was the one troll that he did with Mickey. Like, oh, I just gonna kill you. Oh, and some little kid raged so fucking hard. I was like. And I was listening to that at the car. I couldn't drive. I just had to stop by at the side and just laugh it off because it was so funny.
Yo, man, I'm gonna talk like this during the interview, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give you a good interview. Yay!
Oh my god.
I think I'm ready for this now. That was me loosening up for this thing, just so you know.
Well, if anything, I was recording from like 3 minutes ago. It's not like it's not like I'm gonna make an outtake channel, but an outtake episode. But you never know what I may think at the end of the year.
So then this is gonna be something like Behind the Gamer. Call of Duty edition.
Actually, the segment is named Interview Call.
Interview Call. Featuring Prestige's Key.
I was thinking of ways of introducing you, and I think I got a pretty good one. It's not meant to be punny or maybe a bit punny, but
okay.
Okay. Let me just start this with. Hey guys, welcome back to the F Yeah CoDcast, and we're in the interview call, which we interview people from the Call of Duty community, whether it be commentators, developers, and other such important people in the Call of Duty community. Right now, I got the honor of having on the show the one man who truly believes that prestiging is key. Ryan Banks, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm doing good today. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. So the first thing that I want to get the ball rolling is, what was the origin of your name?
The origin of my name? It's actually quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to get to what name I wanted to choose, but I've been a Call of Duty fan for a very long time, and I actually had the original gamer tag of Stopping Power, because back then in Call of Duty 4 and World at War, that was a perk. And then I noticed, I've been prestiging pretty good in all these games, and I wanted a unique name that was kind of not, unique to something that's not like you usually see the gamer tags like XX Sniper and all these numbers. And I wanted to stay away from all that. I wanted to get something that was sort of unique. So when people see it, it's like, oh, wow, that's a pretty nice gamer tag. So I wanted to have prestige in it somewhere. And I mean, Xbox was still early enough to where I could get something that was totally mine. And I decided to go with prestigious key because I kind of vowed from then on there to prestige to the fullest in every single Call of Duty game. So I know these games inside and out.
Well, would you hate me if I told you that there are games in which I didn't prestige?
I don't hate you because it's it's everybody's choice whether they want to do it or not. That's how I see it.
Well, a personal story before we continue on. I actually didn't know what prestige was back in Call of Duty 4, which is where pretty much everybody started, and I got my start in Call of Duty. I actually managed to get to level 55, and I thought I couldn't rank anymore, but I didn't know what prestige was. I actually got my first experience with prestiging in Modern Warfare 2 after so many headaches. And so I didn't do the whole prestige run. I actually think I managed to do the whole prestige run back in Black Ops. In PlayStation 3, I got to 8th prestige. In Xbox, I actually managed to go to the 15th prestige. I think I'm a few levels away from maximum level, and so and somewhat I'm participating in the in the Black Ops 2 prestige race, but I'm only first prestige. I only get so much time to get to play through it, and and the time spent that I'm doing good are not much. So the progress has been kind of slow. Anywho, from what I got, you started YouTube in 2010, or at least the prestigious key channel starting in 2010. Like, am I correct or?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. And what in one of your videos you told your subscribers that you actually had a previous YouTube channel that got shut down or something. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I actually had a previous YouTube channel. It was around I mean, like, channels like Smosh and, the huge channels. They were not so huge when I made this account. And pretty much what we did was voice dubs. Like, we took a cartoon like Dora the Explorer, or we took other things that are like Robot Chicken, for example, sort of like what they did, and we would put our own voices over it. And that channel actually exploded. It had over 20,000 subscribers. It was called Dora Meets Her Crack Dealer. That was the name of the title of the video. And that video had over 1.5 million views. I had at the time when YouTube was developing, you would get ribbons for how good you did, regardless of where you were. And for the USA, where we had our channel located, we had ribbons for all-time viewed and most subscribed channel, and it was really cool. And then all of a sudden, I uploaded a video that was, I wasn't thinking, at the time I didn't know about, copyright and all that. And I uploaded a UFC fight, and I got my channel shut down from Zuffa LLC. That was the owners of UFC. They shut my channel down.
Okay, moving on. The first videos of your channel and throughout the history, it seems to me that you're a fan of aftermarket products, so mods, just kind of, or just little this kind of cool LED lights on both the PS3 and the Xbox controller. David, do you think you built a reputation on that, or just kind of like the silly thing of prestigious key?
To be honest, I didn't know that those videos were gonna get as many views as they did. I kind of don't condone modding and stuff now. Like, back then when I really wasn't into the community, I will admit, have, modded controllers and whatnot, and, you've seen the videos. But, now when I do get a modded controller, it's only for the light mods. I don't get them for, rapid fire jitter mods like I used to. But I never expected those videos to go as far as they did, and to be at first known for that. I was kind of taken by surprise, I guess you could say.
The next part that it was gameplay videos. From what I have here is that you actually started developing montages, and back in the World of War days, there was like 2 videos back in the beginning. So the question here would be, what made you to start uploading gameplay bits, montages, and the like?
That was kind of when I was first getting into uploading gameplay videos, and really what got me into uploading those rather than my voice dubs that we usually did was a YouTube channel by the name of Only Use Me Blade. He pretty much knifes only. You're probably familiar with it.
Yeah, I am.
And I mean, it was just unique. It was unique at the time, I guess you could say. You know, someone running around with a knife only. I was like, man, this he makes the game look like fun. So that's what I got into. I didn't expect to do montages and whatever because they were mostly done and at the time when I was recording, I didn't expect to get clips like that. So they weren't even really that good, and it was recorded with a Dazzle. The quality was terrible, but you know, it was me kind of breaking that threshold into the gaming world.
Okay, so so let's talk about a little bit about that machinima. The one I watched was the terminal, which I suppose you gathered up a group of your friends and then kind of like had this idea of just going crazy on terminal and then
It was I really don't know what kind of spun that one off, to be honest. It was just me and a buddy, and we do a whole bunch of different voices, like it like a machinima. You know, I got into doing machinimas because there used to be a show on G4 TV called Machinima, and they would do similar things like that, like funny little videos, like sort of like Red versus Blue with Halo. And we wanted to do something that was sort of similar with Call of Duty, but it never really kicked off. We did like 2 episodes, I think, and that was it.
Okay, so in the next phase of the prestigious key channel, the gameplay commentaries, which you still do today, and the first one, Tango Sucka.
Tango Sucker. Yeah, that was oh god. Um you did a lot of research for this, didn't you?
I do my research. I do my research.
Tango Sucker was me kind of starting my whole thing into this commentating phase. I wanted to upload commentaries that people can enjoy, that people can relate to, maybe give some helpful tips on what weapons I'm using and how to use them more properly. But in the beginning, it was me just pretty much oh, like scared, like I didn't know what to say because it was weird, you know?
Yeah, everybody goes through that phase. Even myself when I started making the podcast. But yeah, go on.
Tango Sucker was, in my eyes, a mistake. That was, and the only reason I named it Tango Sucker is because the guy would always say Tango Sucker in MW2.
Yeah. Fun times.
But I actually had to remove a few episodes of Tango Sucker because after going back and looking at what and listening to what I said was just like, wow, why did I say that? I mean, like literally, I had said some things that was kind of questionable, so I had to remove a few episodes.
And does that experience made you want to use a script, or you still do the unscripted commentary?
All of my commentaries that I do are unscripted. Most of them that I do, I have to restart over and over and over again because it's either I don't like the intro or it's because halfway through or something I'll mess up or I'll stutter or something like that, and it kind of annoys me. And as a viewer, I know how that could annoy other people as well. So I still do the unscripted thing.
Okay, so so by and you also started to do DLC commentaries, which is also a thing that you do today. Back then in Modern Warfare 2, that was part of the was there some sort of kind of like race among commentators, commenters or YouTubers in who got the news about the DLC out first?
I will say that there is, even now, more so than ever, because there's thousands more people trying to become bigger. And if you get news of DLC first, then if you upload that first, you're most likely going to get a lot of views. Otherwise, it's a channel that doesn't have that many subscribers. They upload something about some leaked DLC, and then a big YouTuber will find that video, totally rip off anything, not give that person credit, and use it for their own channel. Pretty much, it's all about exposure when it comes to uploading DLC stuff. So I used to do that for Black Ops, and I think I did one for MW2, but now I don't. when I upload something about DLC, it's after the fact that it's already been out for a while, so I don't really try to be the first to post anything on that stuff anymore.
Okay, so so let's move on a little bit from Call of Duty because also on your channel, even despite that you're a big Call of Duty fan, you have uploaded videos of other games. I have for reference here Halo 3, GTA, Skate 3, and Crackdown, just to name a few. Was there you kind of gave those games the same treatment that you did Call of Duty, as in making commentaries, looking for funny stuff to maybe or just some weird glitch that you saw?
I do. I every game that I play and that I thoroughly enjoy, I try to treat it the same like I do Call of Duty. Like if I can make a commentary out of it, I will. Or maybe if my subscribers ask me to upload a certain thing in a game, or like, for example, I had some Dead Island gameplay commentaries, achievement guides that I uploaded on my video that were very popular on my channel. Sorry, and those went over really well. I liked doing achievement guides, so I wanted to start doing those for other games other than Call of Duty because the achievements in Call of Duty aren't.
Aren't particularly difficult, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're doing like a zombies achievement guide, and there's already hundreds of channels that do that, so I don't really do those. But I try to treat every game the same, I guess you could say.
Okay, and this is a good setup for the next question. Do you consider yourself to be an achievement hunter?
At first, when I first got my Xbox, yeah, but now it's more or less I just play the games for the multiplayer, not the single player experience.
Okay.
Usually, I mean, I will be honest, I was really looking forward to Gears of War 3 single player because I didn't like the multiplayer in Gears 3 or Gears of War series at all. And then I was also looking forward to the Halo 4 single player, in which I was kind of disappointed with both. I mean, Gears of War 1, the single player, fantastic, blew me away. Gears of War 2, awesome, had some slow parts, but Gears 3, it fell out of touch. I was like, I don't know what this is. And then Halo 4 just seriously felt like, okay, go press this button to progress to the next place. Go press this button to progress to the next place.
But aren't single player campaigns like that, and then nowadays it's kind of like being dumped down for to try to attract casual audience maybe to the console.
Right. I mean, they're becoming more linear, which is like, especially why I enjoy games like Grand Theft Auto or 4 Car 3 because they're just sandbox. They're open. You can do whatever you want. But in linear single player games, and I'm just gonna throw it out there, Call of Duty is a very linear single player title, where it's like, okay, follow your crew here, complete this objective, follow your crew to the next place, or go in, save the hostage. It's like it is getting repetitive for single player, but it seems like every single year I'm always surprised with something new that Call of Duty throws in. That's for sure. Like this year, for example, you get the tools now. You can customize your loadout for single player. You can go to secret areas that you couldn't get there if you weren't using a certain tool. It's things like that that just surprise me that always make the single player for Call of Duty enjoyable for me at least.
Moving on. When you were approached by Machinima to become a partner?
It was actually 2 years ago. Well, about a year and a half ago. I don't remember which Christmas it was. Maybe last Christmas. Not. It was 2 Christmases ago, and I actually applied to become a Yoush partner, and the whole process went through clean. I was kind of like weary about joining Yoush. I don't know. I don't have anything against anyone there. It's just I didn't feel comfortable with Yoush because I always wanted to become a Machinima partner. Literally like a day or 2 days after I said no to the Yoush partnership, Machinima approached me asking if I would like to join their crew, and I was ecstatic. I was, through the roof because it's where I wanted to be. And after that, it's just the fate was sealed from there.
So let's talk about a bit about any possible feuds that you yourself have had with other commentators. It seemed to me that some sniper gameplays that you have. It seems to me that you went against Gris, and there was a kind of some kind of feud over there. There may be some other people, but do you consider that you have feud with someone in the YouTube community?
I have never had a feud like with someone that has been like publicly out there in videos, but I have had feuds in the background, like through personal messages, DMs on Twitter that have always been resolved. So it was never anything that was kind of like that stuck. I never really hold anything against anyone. I mean, it's usually there's really no reason to on YouTube. That's just the thing. I don't know. I've never really had a feud that was public, but yes, I have had feuds, and no, I will not name who they were.
I don't expect you to.
But yes, they were always resolved. I have had a few feuds because of I don't know how else to put this ways around uploading videos and how the style of the person uploading the video acts, I guess you could say. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there. People will act immature, drop F-bombs and whatever, and I try not to do that on my channel. And I have dropped an F-bomb or two on some of my videos, and that's kind of where the feuds begin.
Oh wow!
Just because people don't respect me doing that, I guess. I don't know.
It's asking another question about a commentary that you did. How knowledgeable are you of the weapons used by the U.S. military, as in equipment, guns, attachments, stuff like that?
To be honest, I don't really follow all that stuff, and I don't really act like I know everything about all that stuff. I just go by the stats in the game. That's it. I mean, there's very little things that I know about actual weaponry that's used in the U.S. military.
Probably something there that I thought I should ask. Anywho, um, okay. So about the ongoing series, we already talked about Tango Sucker, but further down the road, you made internal game modes. There's the Road to Prestige, the Road to Gold, and there's another one which I didn't jot down. But let's go with the oldest one. We already talked about Tango Sucker. Let's go about internal game modes.
Internal game modes was a series that I was going to start, which was going to be across every single game that I play. I believe I did an episode on Gears of War 3 beta where I did not have a capture card at the time, and I was actually doing some work for the military. And I was out of state, and I had bought an Xbox just to play the beta, and ended up doing an episode of Tango Sucka on the road, or not Tango Sucka, internal game modes. I'm sorry. Really, that series was just meant to be for fun, and it was going to be like live commentaries, or I mean, just actual commentaries after I had got the gameplay. But that kind of fell through because I don't know why that fell through. Because it didn't feel right to me. It didn't sit right to me, I guess.
Okay, before we move into the more modern ones, if like at least when it comes to Tango Sucker and internal game modes, if you had a chance to revisit those series with kind of like the knowledge you have now with YouTube and producing and making videos, would you do it?
I would probably go back. I would probably rename the series, uh, and give it a whole new look because I don't know. I just thinking about some of the stuff that I did before is just like, why did I do that? I have no other way to think about it.
Okay, so more to the modern ones. The Road to Prestige and Road to Gold. It's not like I want to focus a bit on Road to Prestige because it kind of seems lost to me the whole purpose of the series. Can you elaborate a bit about that?
Okay, the road to prestige is an idea that I came upon when Modern Warfare 3 released. I wanted to do it during Modern Warfare 2, but I didn't have the tools to do it then. What I pretty much developed this series around trying to navigate away from the fact that people were cluttering sub boxes. When you upload a video, it goes to YouTube, it pushes out to all your subscribers, and that goes to the sub boxes. And usually, generally, people do commentaries or they'll upload a series like Road to Commanders, which they'll upload literally almost every single gameplay until they reach level 50, 55, 80, whatever the level cap is.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to break that chain. I wanted to create a series that was not only entertaining for the viewer, but it also wasn't going to stress me out by having to upload a bunch of videos. I mean, and kind of annoy subscribers. So what I did was I did one commentary per prestige. So for example, Modern Warfare 3, there was 20 commentaries because there's 20 prestiges.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get somewhere close to the end of the prestige, and I would get. I mean, I don't get 100 kill gameplays. I get average gameplays, and I just commentate over them because I enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get somewhat a good gameplay, and then I would kind of give my. I would do a commentary over it, kind of give my how I feel about the game now from the game when I played it before, weapons that I've been using, and then I'd also ask the viewers if they want me to use a certain weapon for the next episode. I would give, talk about which gun feels right for me, some of the changes that have happened, DLC coming out. Pretty much it'd be an update within an update.
Yeah, now it kind of makes sense. Okay, so Megan, so the next series, Road to Gold. The purpose behind that one seeing a little bit clearer to me than the Road to Prestige, and it's kind of meant to be a helpful video on how to get a certain gun that you're using at that time to gold. Any other thing, beside that.
Right. The Road to Gold. I mean, it was actually a series that I started on Modern Warfare 3 again, and I had to actually ask permission from another commentator that had a series going that was similar.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't like the way that commentator was doing it
Mm-hmm.
because he was kind of uploading a video up until he got the weapon gold. I wanted to kind of just cut across, get a gameplay with it golden, and explain, okay, here, I got a gold. I know what I'm doing. I'll tell you the easiest game mode to play to get the weapon gold. I'll tell you the easiest attachments to use, what perks to use in the setup, and things like that. And it helped people out, and I didn't expect it to grow like it did. So throughout the series, I actually got every single weapon in MW3 Gold. That series actually turned into a TV show on YouTube
Oh, nice.
with its own graphics and everything, and it had its own rating system, and that was actually really really popular, and that's kind of when my subscribers started to come in, was during the Road to Gold on MW3.
Moving on, there's something interesting there's something interesting that I found. Like, at first, I did knew that you went to Treyarch to try out Black Ops 2, but when I went further back, it seems that you went to Infinity Ward to see Modern Warfare 3. So tell me a bit about that visit to the Infinity Ward offices are in Encino, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they're in Encino, California.
Okay, so and you actually went to Los Angeles, was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird how everything had happened, to be
Tell,
honest.
tell us about it.
Okay, so what happened was I had just started a Twitter account after World at War release, so I can follow the ex-community manager Josh Olin, because he would update us on Twitter when DLCs were coming out. Basically, just talk to the dude, and he was all right. He's a chill dude. Then I started following this guy named Robert Bowling, ex-community manager at Infinity Ward, and
I think he needs no introduction.
I was like, who's this guy? I didn't know who he was at first. So when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I would pretty much just give him my, how I feel about the game, things that could be changed. I pretty much just tweet at him like a regular person. I only had, at the time, I think like 30 followers, and he started following me, and I felt like, holy crap, this is awesome. So we would DM back and forth, just regular conversations, and I'm just like, I can't believe this dude is talking to me. So after about a year of that or whatever, Black Ops came out, and I was pretty heavy on following all the information for Black Ops coming out. Then that was when I really started getting into it. And then when Modern Warfare 3 started to come out, I was on the road, and I had received an email or a DM from Robert Bowling, asked me what my email was. He said that he wanted me to become a bigger part of this community, and he wanted my personal email address for maybe a future thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't think anything of it. Then all of a sudden, he sends me an email asking me to come out to LA, come out to Infinity Ward, and check out MW3. And I'm like sitting here like,
What?
I had never flown on a plane in my life before then. And I'm like sitting here so nervous and I'm like I don't know what to do. Like I was so happy.
Just to be clear, you went to Santa Monica where Activision Studios is, or you actually went to Encino where the Infinity War offices are?
I landed in LAX and then at the time when I went I actually went to both studios. I went to Treyarch and I also went to Infinity Ward. I went to Infinity Ward. We got to see a single player mission from the game, and we also got to see some of the stuff that would be into the multiplayer. We weren't allowed to talk about it at the time. Then we went over to Treyarch and we got to play the original Black Ops, and we got to use the brand new system coming out called Elite. Call of Duty Elite, and we got to check that out and try it out, and we also had early access to the beta, so we were in Call of Duty Elite like 6 months before anyone else.
Okay, so it was a group of people. There were you, or at least back in Black Ops 2. I recall that you were not the only one that went to Treyarch. T. Martin went, and some other fella went. Can you recall the group that actually went with you to that trip?
It was me, and then there was T-Mart, Mr. Ernest Lee, Optic Nade Shot, C. Nanners was there, Hutch, and on Twitter, Black Ice, COD Black Ice was there.
Oh yeah, Ross. I talked to him quite a bit. Participating in even of his community game nights too. He's an awesome fella.
And I wish I could participate in those more.
Okay. Here's another thing. You were shown Call of Duty Elite in Treyarch or in Beachhead Studios?
In Treyarch. So like all those videos that you see on YouTube where they're inside Treyarch and you see it like in a communications room and everything,
Yeah.
that is where we were.
Yeah. Yeah. Treyarch calls it the War Room.
I like it. They always change it every time we're there.
I saw some pictures that they uploaded to Twitter about zombies, and I'm kind of like, I want to see the zombie room for some reason. Okay, so moving on. It says here that you went to E3 2011. There's not a lot of much that I can ask about that, but Call of Duty XP.
Call of Duty XP, I really wish they would have did it again, but apparently I guess it took a lot to run that event.
Okay, moving on. You're visiting the Treyarch to see Black Ops 2. Tell us a little bit about that.
I didn't expect it because before I went there, they had the GameStop Expo in Texas, and Black Ops 2 was actually there to play multiplayer, and I was so jealous. I was supposed to go to that, and I never expected to go out to LA again or go out to Treyarch again and play Black Ops 2. But when I got the invite, it was like every time I go there, it feels surreal. Like it feels like everything's fake until I come home and it's like I want to go back there. But like gaming is like seriously my passion, and to play these games so much, like I've literally put thousands and thousands of hours into these games, and I mean just playing them, I could only imagine how much time it takes to actually create them. It just feels good to be able to kind of be seen for what I do, I guess you could say, like playing wise. I mean, not to sound like a no life or anything, but I play the games a lot.
Yeah, I can understand. And were you only shown multiplayer, or you actually got a chance to the single player as well?
When we were there, we got to play the multiplayer. We didn't get to see the single player. It was more of a multiplayer reveal. That's why.
But the thing that kind of that the thing that seemed weird to me at the beginning is that for the commentators themselves, they were allowed to take videos of what they play with. Like, was there a change of heart in the PR department or something?
Actually, when we got there, there was 2 stations set up, and each of them have direct feed that we were able to record off of, including myself. I recorded a few things. There was rules. Like out of a 10-minute gameplay that we got, we were only allowed to use, I believe it was a minute 30 seconds. So it was kind of tough to figure out which parts you wanted to use, and then you also had to keep in mind like, okay, there's going to be only 6 or 7 other people uploading this. I better make sure mine's good, so people want to watch.
You had to edit it in Treyarch, or when you got back home, then you edited it and then uploaded it to your channels.
It took a quite some time to get the actual file after we got back, but when we got back, that's when we received the raw file, and then we edited it from there. And if we used anything else, they'd have our balls. So
Yeah, yeah. You're still in their NDA by that time. Also,
right.
another thing, were you only able to play Hijack, or you play other maps?
When we went, we played Hijacked, and that was at the time a map that no one had seen.
Pretty much everybody, every other map that was going to be seen, it was shown already. I take it, right?
Right, and Hijacked was the only map we were allowed to upload gameplay from. We also got to play. I don't think we got to play Slums. I think we got to play Drone. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But Hijack definitely.
So, we're about just wrapping this up. Two more questions.
Okay.
There was a video that you also uploaded that where it was about, or at least how I perceive it as, you taking YouTube more seriously. Like everything uploaded before June 2011 was kind of like silly and not, and then from that date onwards was kind of like be more serious, or at least minding more what you say. Would you did you felt it? Do you feel this way when you made that?
I do. I definitely feel like from 2011 to now, everything has just been more serious rather than just silly. I mean, I still do my silly videos once in a while, but people are more used to my serious tone rather than, maybe I talk like this a little bit in a video.
You actually wanted to slip that through, huh?
I wanted to slip it in there. That's what she said. But yeah, it's all fun, but seriously, I like to be more serious when I do them, so people get the information correctly rather than me being all over the place talking about, I guess.
Okay, and to wrap this up, I was wondering if there's because I did saw the video in which you tell people why you do YouTube videos, and I was wondering if there was more of a philosophical reason besides that you enjoy uploading videos.
Really, to me, doing the videos is more of a comfort thing. When I was young, my father went to prison. He's still in prison now. And it's kind of funny because he went to prison for robbing banks, and my last name is Banks. So it's kind of like a grim joke. But to me, it's more of like a comforting thing. I really enjoy doing it. And, people just realize that it's more than what others make it out to seem. It's more of a, if you enjoy doing something, then do it. Don't let anyone try to stop you. You will go far.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a story on that, like a true story on that. So from where I was in 2008 to where I am now is like just incredible. I mean, words cannot describe how thankful I am for everything that has happened and all the people that have helped me get to where I am today. And there's no way I could ever repay anybody for helping me, and, except for saying thanks. It's just, it's crazy what can happen if you really put your mind to it.
We're gonna wrap this up. If you wanna watch Ryan's videos here, you can go to
Prestigious Key, www.youtube.com/Prestigious Key. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Banks. Get back to you guys.